Jain day student of class 8. My dear students, after a long break, we are here to start our new chapter, that is the glimpses of the past. So, my dear students, without making a delay, let's get started with the lesson. Okay. So, dear students, before you read now, you can here read the outline of the same chapter that is written. Here are some pictorial glimpses of the history of our own country from 1757 to 1857. These pictures and speech bubbles will help clarify your understanding of the conditions that led to the event known as the First War of Independence in 1857. The first heading is the martyrs. Martyrs means, my dear students, as you can see, the person who sacrificed his lives for his country. You can know in Hindi names like Saheed. Okay, so now you can see the picture that is being described. The a lady who is having a paper in her hand. That lady is considered as Lata Mangeshkar. Then from right to left, you can see Pandit Nehru. Lal Bahadur Shastri, and then again Indira Gandhi. Downside in the picture you can see a number of freedom fighters of War of Independence, my dear students. So here Lata Mangeshkar is being described this a song, "Oh my countrymen, let your eyes fill with tears as you recall the sacrifices of Indian martyrs." My dear students, that means here you can see that Lata Mangeshkar is willing to make our eyes towards our sacrifices, our martyrs who has sacrificed their lives for their country. आपने एक सॉन्ग भी सुना होगा, ए मेरे वतन के लोगों. That line is just being represented for that song, my dear students. That is a famous patriotic song for our Indian nation. Okay, second, that is the company conquest from 1757 to 1849. My dear students, here you will have the glimpses, only some briefings of our past, that is the related from the War of Independence, from the movements that led. Okay, so that was the company conquest from 1757 to 1849. Company, that was East India Company is being represented, and the conquest means the victory, my dear students, right? So it means there is the time of company conquest. Now you can see, with the superior weapons, the British East India Company was extending its power in 18th century India. Now you will have to see again the maps that is being given at India 1765. This was the condition that the portion that has been covered, that has been painted in red, yellow colors, that is the Indian princess, and the portion that has been painted in a pinkish color, that is the British territory, my dear students. And again you can see that there is a reason that has been given, that the Indian princes were short-sighted. That upstarts Raja Bah called the English merchants, "They will help me to defeat." The people had no peace due to such constant fights. The rivalries helped the East India Company, and it could easily subdue Indian princes one by one. A foreseeing ruler like brave Tipu of Mysore fought the British till he died fighting. Thank God there is peace in the country now. No more wars and no looting by thugs. It is God who sent the British. How did Indian react these conquests? Our destiny is linked with them. The white man has killed or dethroned our kings. Some kings were not good, but after all, they were of this land. Now we have become slaves or foreigners, right? So here, my dear students, you can see that the Indian people who have short-sighted, that means they could not see far off, right? And that was the reason of the extent of Britishers. And there were a continuous war, internal war. They were rivals, and they were seeking for the helping hands from Britishers. A brave fighter whose name was Tipu Sultan from Mysore. He fought the Britishers till he died fighting. And after the Britishers thank God there was a different kind of reacts from Indians. Some thinks that there was a peace just because of Britishers. They were some of taking Britishers as a god. Some were taking that their destiny was linked with them, and the white man has killed or dethroned our kings. They were taking. Some kings were not good, but after all, they were this land. Now we are having the slaves of the foreigners. That means different kinds of mindsets you can see. Now there was in point 3, that is the British rule from 1765 to 1836. The religious leader preached like untouchability and the child marriage. Anyone who crosses seas loses his religion. And the misery in the world is due to women. The truth was that Indians had lost self-respect. The Britishers scorned them. The natives are unworthy of the trust of incapable honesty. True, your honor, but I am honest. Being merchants, the Britishers wanted quick profits. Their heavy taxes forced farmers to abandon their fields. But you men are taking all my crop. You are still in arrears. You don't have pay next week. I will send you to jail. Still, the Britishers invented other methods which gave them more profits. The goods manufactured in England should not have any import duty which brought into India. A good idea. The East India Company's laws began to cripe Indian industries. Inevitably, famines followed between 1822 to 1836. 15 lakhs Indians died of starvation. The British policies ruined the export artisans and their business. My dear students, now you can see from 1765 to 1836 there was a huge change. First, religious leaders preached like untouchability and the child marriage. Those were religious leaders. They were preaching about untouchability and child marriage because that was the very you can see a very destructive problem was there. And anyone who crosses the seas losses his religion. जो कोई भी इस चीज़ को नहीं माने रिलीजन से उसे बर्खास्त कर देना है. एंड द ट्रूथ वॉज दैट इंडियन हैड लॉस्ट सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट. भारतीयों ने अपनी स्वाभिमान को खो रखा था. दे वर टेलिंग अदर्स द थेफ्ट. दे वर ग्रीडी बट दे वर टेकिंग देमसेल्फ एज दे वर वेरी ऑनेस्ट पर्सन. मतलब हर एक भारतीय के मन में ये था कि दूसरा भारतीय चोर है, लेकिन वो क्या है, वो एक ईमानदार है. बीइंग मर्चेंट्स द ब्रिटिश वांटेड क्विक प्रॉफिट्स. देयर हैवी टैक्सेस फोर्स्ड फार्मर्स टू अबंडन देयर फील्ड्स. सबसे पहले ब्रिटिशर्स ने लोगों के ऊपर, चूँकि वो ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट करने के लिए आए ही थे, दैट्स व्हाट दे हैव गिवन द लोड्स ऑफ more and more taxes over the Indian farmers for which they have abandoned their fields. उन्होंने अपनी खेती बाड़ी का काम छोड़ दिया. But your men are taking all my crops. वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा काम करते और मैक्सिमम अमाउंट जो है उनको टैक्स पे करने में ही चला जाता था. और एक यहाँ पे एक आपको एक मिल रहा है, एक देयर इज़ अ स्केल, आप एक ग्राफ वहाँ से देख सकते हैं. दैट inevitably famines followed by the end of 1822 to 1836. 15 lakhs Indian died of starvation. लगभग 15 लाख भारतीय जो है वो भूख से मर गए. That was the situation at that time. The fourth person, that is Raja Ram Mohan Rai from 1772 to 1833. Raja Ram Mohan Rai, a learned man from Bengal, understood what was wrong with the country. Let us not despise ourselves, our greater achievements. We must first reform our society. Superstitions have been running us. He told his wife Uma, cows are different colors, but the colors of the milk is same. Different teachers have different opinions, but the essence of every religion is the same. Raja Ram Mohan Rai was a famous reformer during Indian independence. My dear students, he was attracted by the science and the modern knowledge. उन्होंने समझा कि क्या चीज़ें हो सकती हैं, क्या वास्तव में चल रहा है अपनी सोसाइटी में. He crossed the seas and went to England to see what made the Britishers powerful. There he told them, "We accept you as rulers, and you must accept us as subjects, but you must remember the responsibility a ruler to his subjects." वहाँ जा कर के उन्होंने बहुत सारे राजा राम मोहन राय इंग्लैंड पहुँचे, समुद्र पार करके। वहाँ पहुँचने के बाद उन्होंने सीखा कि ब्रिटिशर्स को क्या चीज़ें हैं जो कि पावरफुल बना रही हैं, और वहाँ उन्होंने देखा कि हम बताया उन लोगों ने कि हमने आपको एज ए रूलर एक्सेप्ट किया, बट यू हैव टेकन अस एज अ सब्जेक्ट, सो देयर मस्ट बी योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दैट यू विल हैव टू look after of the farmers in your territory. He started newspapers, but the suspicious Britishers stopped them in 1823. Means he started running a newspaper, but those who were the suspicious Britishers, they stopped it. Fifth one was the operation, that was 1765 to 1835. But the British continued to oppress Indians. In 1818 they had oppressed Regulation 3rd. Under it, an Indian could be jailed without trial in a court. All the time British officers drew big salaries and also made fortunes in private businesses. By 1829, Britain was exporting British goods worth 7 crore rupees to India. Governor General Bentinck reported back home, "The bones of cotton weavers are bleaching the plains of India." The British proposed on the company's loot while Indian industries began to die. Means there was again and again misfortune with the Indians कि उन्हें कम सैलरी दी जाती थी। ब्रिटिशर्स गुड विदाउट किसी भी कस्टम ड्यूटी को पे किए हुए इंडियन मार्केट में बहुत ही धड़ल्ले के साथ बिक सकते थे। इंडियन फार्मर्स विल हैव टू पे हैवी टैक्सेस। उसके बाद अभी उनका एक रेगुलेशन एक्ट आया जो कि 3rd रेगुलेशन एक्ट के तहत वहाँ पर ये सिचुएशन एक बन गई कि any Indians can be put inside the jail without any further inquiry, without any further things. मतलब बिना कुछ सोचे समझे, बिना किसी फर्दर इंक्वायरी के ब्रिटिशर्स इंडियंस को कभी भी जेल में डाला जा सकता था बिना किसी प्रीवियस नोटिस के। सो ये सारी की सारी चीज़ें दैट वाज नॉट इन द फेवर ऑफ इंडियन फार्मर्स, and they were just facing all kind of just problems like this, right? And sixth point was dissatisfaction from 1835 to 1856. Education is in India was in Persian and Sanskrit. In 1835, an Englishman named Macaulay suggested a change. We should teach the natives through English language. I agree. English education produced clerks to whom the British gave petty jobs under them. Incidentally, it also produced a new generation of intellectuals. We must educate our brothers and try to improve their material conditions. For that, we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. अब वहाँ पे एक असंतोष की बात भी है कि जो कि इंडिया में जो एजुकेशन था वो या तो पेर्सियन लैंग्वेज में होता था या संस्कृत लैंग्वेज में होता था। एक इंग्लिश मैन जिसका कि नाम था मैकुले, उसने ये सजेस्ट किया कि हमें इंग्लिश में जो है प्रीचिंग्स जो है वो प्रोवाइड करानी चाहिए। सो इंडियन जो एजुकेशन था वो प्रोड्यूस्ड क्लर्क्स टू होम ब्रिटिश गिव पेटी जॉब्स under them. Incidentally, it also produced a new generation of intellectuals that we must educate our brothers. अब लोगों के दिमाग में भी एक बात आने लगी कि भाई हमें इंग्लिश पढ़वाना चाहिए, उनकी कंडीशंस इम्प्रूव होनी चाहिए और बहुत सारी चीज़ें। By 1856 the British had conquered the whole India. Now you can see the picture of 1856. The pinkish color is the British captured area and the yellowish color is the Indian occupied एरिया। सो अभी आपने देखा 1837 के आसपास की सिचुएशन एंड 1856 की सिचुएशन, दैट इज़ मोर एंड मोर डिफरेंट। दे केयर्ड लिटिल अबाउट द नीड्स ऑफ इंडियंस। आवर किंग्स हैव बिकम पपेट्स एंड वी हैव लॉस्ट आवर जॉब्स एंड लैंड्स। दे आर कन्वर्टिंग आवर ब्रदर्स। यू ओनली टॉक, डू समथिंग टू ड्राइव देन एंड आउट। अब यहाँ पे भारतीय जो थे उन लोगों के समझ में कुछ बातें आने लगी कि हमारे जो किंग हैं वो पपेट्स हो चुके हैं, हम लोगों ने अपनी नौकरी खो रहे हैं, हम अपने जॉब जो है धरती को खो रहे हैं, हमारे भाई जो है वो हमसे बदलते चले जा रहे हैं। मैन, एवरीथिंग वॉज जस्ट क्रूशियल देयर, एवरीथिंग वॉज जस्ट क्रूशियल। नाउ एट लास्ट द स्पार्क्स इन 1855 to 57 taxes continue to ruin the peasants in Bengal. Santals who had lost their lands under new land rules became de-separate. In 1855 they rose in rebellion and massacred Europeans, their supporters alike. Discontent was brewing. East India Companies and army too. The white soldiers gets huge pay, mansions to leave servants, while we get a pittance of slow promotions. The Angrez ask us to cross the sea, which is against our religion. Who is Topiwala to abolish our old age customs? We must drive out Angrez. Thousands of other sepoys revolted. They were stripped of their uniform, humiliated, and put in irons. Few Englishmen had cared understand Indian. Oh, proud Brahman soldiers, do you know that a grease of bullet you have to bite it made from a fat of cow and pigs of Mangal Pandey? You can see what the white man has deceived us too. Soon chapatis were sent from village to village to tell the people that the emperor would want his service. Yes, all my village men will be ready. Similarly, lotus flowers circulated among Indian soldiers. Death to the foreigner. The masses gave all help and shelters to the patriots. अब 1857 to 1855 to 1857 के बीच में टैक्स जो था वो पीजेंट्स को बहुत ही ज़्यादा पे करना पड़ता था. बंगाल में कुछ संथल्स थे, उन्होंने अपनी धरती को खो दिया था इस नए रूल्स के अकॉर्डिंग. 1855 में बंगाल में रिबेल भी हुआ. अब उसके बाद बहुत सारे रिबल्स, उन लोगों ने ये देखा कि भाई जो वाइट सोल्जर्स थे उनको हैवी अमाउंट पे किया जाता था, उनको जल्दी से प्रमोशन दे दी जाती थी, लेकिन जो इंडियंस थे उनकी प्रमोशंस कम होती थी, उनकी सैलरी भी कम रखी जाती थी, उनके वेजेस भी कम रखे जाते थे. सो ये कहीं ना कहीं लोगों ने सोचना शुरू किया. मंगल पांडे जैसे एक ब्राह्मण्स थे, उनको जब ये पता लगा कि जो बंदूक में भरने के लिए जो कारतूस दी थे, जिसके कि नेल्स को पहले बाइट किया जाता था, फिर उसे फिलअप किया जाता था, उसमें काऊ एंड पिग्स की चर्बी को ऐड किया जाता था. सो दैट वाज टोटली इनक्रेडिबल, टोटली इवन इन अनबिलीवेबल थिंग्स दैट वाज बीइंग हैपन देयर. बट फॉरेनर्स, द ब्रिटिशर्स वर डूइंग दैट, एंड दैट वाज द काज ऑफ a great revolt of 1857. So then there was a violent outbreak at Meerut. The sepoys marched to Delhi. Long live our Emperor Bahadur Shah. The rebellion spread wider. Many landlords had lost their lands because of British policies, and they were sure the white man's rule must end. Yes, we will help you. So the fight of freedom, 1857, there was a war of independence. The first war of 1857 was is considered as the first war of moment. Yes, the white man's rule must end. अब यहाँ पे आने के बाद अब सबको ये तो रियलाइज़ होने लगा था कि ब्रिटिशर्स जो हैं कहीं ना कहीं बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो कि गलत कर रहे हैं. दैट मस्ट बी अबॉलिस्ड. उसे कहीं ना कहीं समाप्त भी करना चाहिए. बहुत सारे लैंडलॉर्ड्स थे जिन्होंने अपने लैंड को खो रखा था बिकॉज ऑफ द ब्रिटिश पॉलिसी. दे वेर ऑल्सो फैमिलियर टू, उन लोगों ने भी सपोर्ट किया. सो द फाइट ऑफ फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल. The fight for freedom in 1857. Many former rulers like Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow were bitter. The white man has taken away my kingdom. Popular leaders like Maulvi Ahmadullah of Faizabad told the people, rise brothers, rise. The Angrez is running our land. They joined up surge against the foreigner. The people rose everywhere in Bareilly, Kanpur and Allahabad. Azimullah Khan told Tatya Tope, we should have Peshwa Nana Sahib as our leader in war of independence. 80 years old Kunwar Singh of Bihar received a bullet in his wrist. Mother Ganga, this is my last offering to you. The patriots pounced upon the Britishers and fought pitched battles over North India. So इस तरह से एक फ्रीडम फाइट हुई 1857 में. जो बेगम हजरत महल थे उन्होंने भी अपने किंगडम को खो रखा था. फॉर्मर रूलर्स जो था उन्होंने भी कहा कि भाई उनकी किंगडम उनसे ले ली गई. एक मौलवी अहमदुल्लाह जो थे फैजाबाद के, उन्होंने भी अपने कहा कि अंग्रेज़ जो है वो हमारे लैंड्स को हमसे लेते चले जा रहे हैं. अजीमुल्लाह खान उन्होंने तात्या टोपे को बताया दैट वी शुड हैव पेशवा नाना साहब एज आवर लीडर्स, की नाना साहब को जो है अपना एज अ लीडर चुना जाए वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस का, क्योंकि 80 ईयर्स के जो कोई कुंवर सिंह थे जो बिहार से, उनकी कलाई में बुलेट लगी. सो दैट वाज ऑल हैपेंड फॉर आवर freedom movement, my dear students, and every freedom fighters has paid very important role, and they were as compared as God for us, right? So my dear students, we also must be memorized, and this was just a briefings of freedom fight from and it was just only in some information for part to part. Something else heinous has been happened inside our war of independence. So बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो कि अभी इसमें नहीं बताई गई, बिकॉज इट वॉज जस्ट अ ब्रीफिंग, एंड यू विल हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, यू विल हैव टू जस्ट सी द स्ट्रगल, कैसे कैसे ब्रिटिशर्स आए. ब्रिटिशर्स पहले एक मर्चेंट की तरह से एंटर करते हैं, फिर धीरे धीरे वो एक कस्टम पे करते हैं, धीरे धीरे कैसे उन सबों ने एक दोहरी नीति लगाई, लोगों के माइंडसेट को उन्होंने चेंज करा. बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें थी कि उनके पास मॉडर्न वेपन्स थे, बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी, और धीरे धीरे उन्होंने इंडियंस को ऑक्यूपाई किया, इंडियंस की कमजोरी को उन्होंने पकड़ लिया, बिकॉज दे आर हैविंग लैक ऑफ सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट. और शायद यही वो रीज़न था जिसकी वजह से कि ब्रिटिशर्स यहाँ पर आकर के सेटल्ड हो पाए, और फिर से उन्हें यहाँ पे जाने में 300 सालों के आसपास तक लग गए, जिससे कि वो वापस है. बिकॉज फर्स्ट इंफॉर्मेशन फॉर यू दैट ब्रिटिशर्स हैज़ अराइव्ड इन इंडिया एट 1600. ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी हैज़ बीन established in 1600, and in 1947 they have left India. So that was the very cream point for that. और इनमें बहुत सारे चेंजेस उन्होंने करे, बहुत सारी चीज़ें बदली, जिसकी वजह से ये वॉर हुए. So that was just a briefing for my dear students. You will have to revise again and again. It was just a picture and some hints has been given you. ये एक कोई कॉमिकल पिक्चर्स नहीं है, ये एक हिंट के तौर पे आपको इन पिक्चर्स को लेना है, जो कि दिए हुए पिक्चर्स एंड आउटलाइंस हैज़ बीन गिवन एज अ हिंट. इट इज़ नॉट डिटेल्ड even explanation, it is not a detailed summary for the particular story. No, it's just a hint. It's just a hint has been given, right? So my dear students, I think you are getting all the points, and if you are having any lack of senses, if you are not able to understand any kind of point, then you are free to understand, you are free to ask, my dear students. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards we will continue the same part of this, my dear student. Up to the time, thank you, have a nice day.